Good evening. Here I am representing reproduction in flowering plants. As you all know that a tree has various parts like root, stem, leaf and flower. But flower is the reproductive part of a plant which have a role of reproduction. Flower has four components: sepal, petal, androecium and gynoecium. Sepal, it is described in the diagram of flower. Like sepal is a green leafy like structure, and petals, colorful part of a flower which attract the insect to the flower for pollination. And the third part is androecium, which is shown here, like it is the androecium part. It is also called stamen. It is made up of two structures, anther and filament. Anther, it is a bilobed structure in which pollen grains are packed. Bilobed means it has a two-lobe like structure, and the filament is a long and slender stalk. Next, the part is gynoecium, which is called female part. It is also called gynoecium or female reproductive part. And the pistil, it has three parts: stigma, style and ovary. Anther has two lobes and each lobe has two theca. Theca means layer. That's why it is called diathecous. Now I am describing the transverse section of anther. It is appear circular in outline structure, but if we see the transverse section, it shows like it has four-sided structure. It is made up of four microsporangia located at corners in each lobe. As you can see in the diagram, there is a four microsporangia which are located at the corners in the young anther. It is made up of four side walls. The outer one is called epidermis, next endothecium, and the third one is middle layer, and fourth is tapetum. These three outer layers which works as a protection for the pollen grain, but the inner layer, most inner layer is called tapetum. It provides protection to the pollen grain and which helps in the development of pollen grain. And in this center of microsporangia, sporogenous tissue develop, which further develop into the pollen grains by various stages. And last microsporangia develop and form pollen sac. And the stages of anther. When anther is young, there is tightly arranged similar cells formed in the center of microsporangium, as I am told you above. Like in diagram, there is a microsporangia. In these short and small similar cells which have same structures develop and dissociate into the microsporangium and form sporogenous tissue like this. When anther develop, these sporogenous tissue have meiotic division. In this, meiosis and meiotic division takes place and form microspore tetrad. Like one sporogenous tissue make four cells. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cells are developed. That's why it's called microspore tetrad. Tetrad means 4. 4 cells are developed. Cells of sporogenous tissue, as you know that sporogenous tissue develop the microspore tetrad. That's why it's called microspore mother cell or pollen mother cell. It is also called MMC, microspore mother cell or pollen mother cells, because it gives birth to microspore, which is also called microspore or a pollen grain. It is called microspore that because pollen grains are very micro in structure. And this process is called microsporogenesis. Genesis means formation of microspore. When anther matured, anther dehydrated. When anther matured, there is all dissociation of the all layers which I described above, like epidermis, endothecium, middle layer. These all layers are dissociate from each other and develop into pollen grains like this. Pollen grains develop and dried. Now the pollen grains are developed, which is also called male gametophyte or a male gamete. These are generally spherical in structure, like circular in structure, but it can have different shapes like longitudinal, transverse section, and it has 20 to 25 micrometer in diameter, and it has two layered wall. Outer layer is called exine and the inner layer is called intine. Exine is thick in structure and intine is thin structure. Exine made up of a protein which is also called sporopollenin. It is highly resistant organic material. Highly resistant means that it can survive in any conditions. Maybe it's alkali, base, or acidic condition, or a high chemical conditions, or it can be survive in higher temperature or in a lower temperature. That's why pollen grain can be preserved. Next, intine. It is made up of cellulose and pectin. Pollen grains can be preserved in liquid nitrogen at temperature minus 196 degrees Celsius for future use. Pollen grains can be preserved as in various countries. Pollen grains can be used for supplements like nutrient supplement, energy supplement by athletes, and but sometimes pollen grain can be cause allergy like parthenium, which is also called carrot grass. It can cause asthma also. Next, the gynoecium. It is also called pistil, and it represents the female reproductive part of a flower. It has three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Stigma. It is the upper part of gynoecium. Stigma is also known as platform for pollen grains. Pollen grains are shed from the male part and shed on the stigma. Next, the style. It is a long tube which connects stigma and ovary. The third part is ovary. It is a basal swollen part, and in this a cavity is present, is called ovarian cavity, in which ovules develop, and ovules further develop into the seeds after fertilization. Here I am showing the enlarged view of ovary. Ovary has enlarged view like it has chalazial end above, which contains 3 antipodal cells. Antipodal cells has the function of protection only. Next, in the central part there is a 2 polar nuclei, and the third, in the basal part there are 3 parts present, 2 synergids and 1 egg cell. Synergids help in the pollen tube. It helps the pollen tube, and filiform, there is a filiform apparatus like this. They help and in guiding the pollen tube to reach the egg cell. And one more function of synergids is that it break the pollen tube and rupture it and release 2 sperm cell or a male gamete cell. Now I am showing the fertilization in flowering plants. How does it take place? When pollen grain release from anther, mature anther, and it shed on the platform which is called stigma, and then after some time there is a formation of pollen tube. There is a formation of pollen tube which reach the part of synergids, and filiform apparatus guide the pollen tube to enter the ovary. And now the pollen tube breaks and it releases 2 male gamete cells. 1 male gamete fuse with the egg cell and 1 male gamete fuse with the 2 polar nuclei present in the ovary. And the fertilization in flowering plant is called double fertilization. Can you tell me why it is called double fertilization? It is called double fertilization because 1 male gamete fuse with egg cell and the form zygote. This is one fertilization process, and the 1 male gamete fuse with the 2 polar nuclei and the form primary endosperm nucleus, which is triploid conditions. That's why it is called double fertilization, because there takes place 2 types of fertilization in the flowering plants. Thank you.